One time several years ago, I was staying at the home of a friend, and it turned out that the person who had lived in the room that I was staying in had committed suicide. And I knew that literally when I was on the way to this home to stay, I found this out. And when I arrived there and, went through dinner and visited with the people and everything, but went to stay in that room for the night, it was an intense grief. As soon as I laid down on the bed, I was just sobbing, and I called and talked to my husband and talked to my daughter, and I was like, I don't know what to do. I can't stay in this room. So I did stay in the room, but I slept on the floor. I couldn't stay in that bed. And over the next few days, I chanted as much as I could from every, from Western tradition, Eastern tradition, all the chants that I knew. I got up early in the morning. I hardly slept. I could hardly sleep in that space. And I had asked if I could get up and chant in the morning in the basement. It was a very large home, so that I didn't disturb anyone in the family or other people who were staying there. But the owner of the house insisted, no, you can chant in that room. It won't bother anyone. And after we went through that a few times, I said, okay, fine, I'll just chant in this room. So I chanted there, and over the course of 3 or 4 days, the energy completely shifted. I was able to relax. The people who were staying there were also able to, one of them was joining me in chanting at different times. And it really, the energy really turned around. They eventually sold the house and were able to move on in their life. And it was like everything had been stuck. Probably the person who was no longer here, who was deceased, as well as family members, hadn't been able to move forward, sell the house, and move on with their lives. So I inquired after that, someone who was one of my mantra teachers, and was told, in a situation like that where you're trying to cut through multiple dimensions, doing an exorcism basically, trying to let the soul go free that appeared to be stuck, and all the people who were stuck in grief in the situation, that mantras to Shiva are very powerful for dispelling that kind of energy. So if you're ever in a situation when there's been a great trauma or a crime committed or anything like that, unfortunate circumstances, the mantras of Shiva can be very, very helpful. Now, I wish I had known that. I was just singing every mantra that I could think of. But now I'm more aware of that, and I would use a mantra to Shiva, and also Kali and Durga, the goddesses that are known for really fierce and intense energy.